Hey, I broke my headphones. Let's see if I can fix them with my 3D pen. But first, before anything, I need a Diet Coke. I do have a second pair of these headphones which will help me repair the broken ones. This is my MYNT basic pen and I recommend it. It's great and it's super cheap. I chose green filament simply because I thought it would look nice. It doesn't really matter. My first attempt was a failure because I couldn't hold these two pieces together and use the pen at the same time. My second attempt, I tried to use the filament to hold both pieces together and that didn't work either. So I finally decided to melt the surrounding filament and this smelled awful and probably gave me some type of cancer. Looks like I'm finally getting somewhere. It's staying together and I can add some filament. Except it didn't work because when you melt plastic on things like this, it simply becomes too weak and brittle. So to fix this, I need to find a way to add the filament onto the melted parts, and I'm using spray deodorant. You can also use hairspray. This basically makes the filament stick to whatever you want. Why didn't I do this the first time? Well, because it makes the video longer and not because I completely forgot that you can use this. The headphones weren't sitting correctly on my head and I realized I was completely missing the bottom piece. This and some angling completely fixed the issue. Next up was sanding everything, and to be quick, I used my Dremel. And of course, after you use the Dremel, you always have to go over it with sandpaper. Once that was done, I used a lighter to remove any of the remaining dust. To smooth it out even more, I'll be using this car filler and apparently it can cause cancer, so I'll do this outside and then come back. That didn't work and I have no idea how I messed it up, but if someone could mess it up, that someone would be me. I ended up using this spackling paste and its Mod Podge to cover up the powder dust. I used gesso to prime it and I added way too many coats. I tried to save myself from multiple coats of green and it backfired. Speaking of green, I painted the green to match the filament and make a nice thumbnail. I think it turned out really nice, especially on the black. Now it's time for the peel. And you can see the primer peeling up and with the paint. So I pulled it from the other side and yep, like I said, too much gesso. But the headphones are fixed and they look good as used. The final step is seeing if I actually broke them. Nope, they work perfectly fine and fit the exact same way. I'll be back with a longer video soon. Thank you from Maluka.